Hi everybody, I'm back. Look at me on a Monday. Holy moly. Okay, so we've done, right? We're talking about the 5 love languages. I'm sort of doing this in series because altogether it's just too long and I'll get really squirrely and get way off target, as you know. So, we've done quality time, we've done touch, we've done service. If you're wondering about any of those, right, look back. They should be within the last 5 YouTube videos I've done. This time we're going to do gifts. So when kids, right, a love language is the way children show and receive love, the way they show and receive nurture. If they are gifts by love language, it means that they give you things. They give you belly button lint. They give you stuff from their pockets. They collect all sorts of treasures. They're the kids that come in with flowers, and they're wildflowers, and the stems are really little. So when they pick them, and by the time they get in, they're like, right? They're all like bent over. They're the ones in schools that draw you picture after picture after picture after picture. Keep those. I went into a school one time, and there was a girl, a teacher who had 2 kids as gifts, and they really liked her, and they drew pictures and gave them to her, and she's like, oh man, I have 2 pictures. I can only keep 1 a day. And I thought, she's like, I'm gonna have to get rid of 1. I don't know why she thought this. I don't think she knew about love languages, because I went up to her and I said, I have some information that might be helpful for you to help you with the kids. And she kind of looked at me, and I said, well, they're both gifts by nurture and style or love language, which means they're showing you that they love you by drawing you a picture. And she's like, but my rule is you can only keep 1. I was like, that can't be your rule. That has to be, right? Because now those kids come every day and think, I thought she liked me and now she doesn't like me because she's not keeping my pictures. So when the kids give you things, right? I taught kindergarten for 10 years. You know, I had like piles like this by the end of the day. I keep them whole and bring them home and then recycle them accordingly, right? When I was taught kindergarten, I had a field trip to my house, right? Because I live on the beach. And we went in 2 groups. So I'm laying in bed the night before, right after cleaning my whole house so the kids don't think that I'm a dirtbag, right? And I'm cleaning my whole house, and I thought, oh, every time I get a picture, I tell the kids, oh man, I love this one. I'm putting it on my fridge. So I got up at like 2 a.m, and I'm shuffling through all the papers I've kept, look at the list of the kids coming and think, oh my gosh, they think that they're all in my fridge, and I had to pick a picture from each kid that I've kept, and I had to put it on my fridge. So the kids that are gifts came in my house, went right to my fridge and said, yeah, she does put the pictures up there. And I thought, oh, I would have ruined some kids. Then they went into my bathroom. I don't know why. They were all in their, right? It was a winter field trip to the beach, so they're all in their snow gear, and my bathroom was like this big, and they're all standing in my bathroom. I have no idea why. In my shower, checking out my toilet. I think I cleaned it all. So making sure that when kids are show and receive love through gifts, that we keep the gifts they give us. This is the next hard part, is that we have to make sure we don't nurture through material gifts. Really easier as a teacher, really hard as a parent, really hard, because I am gifts by love language, and so is my mom. So I just have to go over to my mom's house and say, oh man, Brennan's socks are so small. We just put them on today. And then like socks show up in the mail from Carter's like 3 days later. She's service, so she's helping, but she's also gifts. So we have to make right. And every time Brennan goes with my mom, he's like, Mommy, I got a new Nerf gun. I should buy stock of Nerf guns, because I'd have $1 billion. She shows him that she loves him by getting him gifts. So we have to turn that, right? Because behavior-wise, that strategy can be really tough. Like, if you behave, I will give you thing, right? We'll go to Toys R Us, oh, I'm dating myself, Target, and get something. Well, now think you're a kid that is your love language is gifts, and you couldn't figure out how to have appropriate behavior, and so now you didn't make it to the end of the week, and now you can't get a gift. So instead of just like, oh, my behavior was poor, it's now that's how I show and receive love. So now the relationship is strained, and I feel like I'm not loved, right? That's way bigger than my behavior didn't work out this week. So watch that behavior strategy. If you know me at all, you know that that's not a strategy I would use anyway, but especially kids that have gifts as a love language. So what I used to do in kindergarten is I would find heart-shaped rocks and I would write their names on it, and I would like stick them under their pillows at nap time. I would put them in their lunch boxes. I would stick a note in their bag. I used to find clamshells and write on the inside of the clamshell. I would write them notes or say, you know what, I found this rock at the beach and it reminded me of you. So like stuff that, right, you can use gifts, but it shouldn't be like, oh, I bought you this thing. It's more like, I thought about you, and this is the thing that symbolizes my thought of you. So I gave notes. I did heart-shaped rocks. I did shells. Let's think what else with kids with the love language of gifts. So right, so let's go through them again. We're not going to nurture through material gifts. We are going to, whatever you get from a kid, just keep it. If you have a kid who gives you gifts and it's like rocks, just make lots and lots of rock gardens or put them in vases, and you don't have to keep them all, but the kid has to know that you're keeping them all. Okay. So find another way to show your love through gifts, not material, and watch out for it as a behavior strategy, because it will backfire. And right, we never want to hurt a kid's emotional wellness. So if you dive into you do this and be good, which is make better choices than you were making, I'm going to get you this, and then it doesn't work out, that's the emotional wellness is shaken of that kid. So you know where to find me if you have any questions or comments, and the next one will be the last one of affirmation. Okay, thanks guys, bye.